Oh, God. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Main Street Parlors. I think I just woke up from a nightmare. Um, we have the drunken ref over here, as well as Mike on video chat right now. So, how you doing, Mike?
What's up, everybody? I am good. This could be a studio with these guys, but right now, circumstances arriving. Health pros open, so I gotta be on video. aka audio. Somebody did not want to do, but it turns out that way. So.
Right. Either way, we can't wait for you to come back in the studio with us so you can complain more about the refs.
Yeah. So hey, Mike.
I got enough to complain about them already today.
Hey, Mike.
Even if I'm not there, I got enough to complain about them already. What's up?
So Mike, who do you think the 4 stars of the game are?
So about Sunday's game?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go with it. Sunday's game was as follows: 90, 42, 29, and 74. For those that don't know, those are the referee and the linesman of Sunday's game. Show enough, Prowlers got whew.
They got gypped.
Is lack of a better word for that.
So.
Not going to be allowed about that. But Sunday's game was a disaster. Man, no, Friday's game was a hell of a disaster. Saturday's game was like, all right, who the how, the what the and why. And Sunday's game was like, all right, let the refs take over, let them do what they gotta do, and go from there.
Right.
That's what happened. That's how all three games this weekend. On a side note, I have to give it up for the total of 12, total of 10 referees and linesmen who called these games over the weekend for Carolina and Brown. You guys stole the show. Honestly, you guys stole the show. I want to talk about how bad it was on Sunday, but we'll get to that on Sunday. We'll get to Sunday. But as for Friday and Saturday, oh boy.
You saw this Sunday coming based off those 2 days, right?
I saw the Sunday coming on Thursday.
I mean, you're not wrong. So.
It's like every day I wake up.
God.
Get a chance to wake up. So, hell, yeah, I saw Sunday coming.
Right. So, do you want to ask the drunk blind ref your questions then, Mike?
All right, Mr. Drunk Blind Ref, I got a question for you. What were you on for all three games? What did you have? What was the drink of choice?
I mean, that's a good Jose Aguero. So, but do you ever drink before a game? That answers that question, right?
I only have one.
1/5.
You only have one.
That ain't even a fifth. Try again.
Right. God, that's.
In other words, you only have one bottle.
1.75 liters.
Yeah. That'll definitely get you drunk for the whole weekend.
Yes.
Nah.
We do have a few comments based off of this. I do want to start off on good comment though. A few good comments. Jamie said he loves his shirt. We got Lorraine and Averia J. Jake saying hey and hi there. And then let's get into these ugly comments. Kelly says ref you suck. Steve Owens, as a resident Elmira fan, welcome to the club. Where do they get these guys from?
Cracker Jack box.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I tell you, took it right out of my mouth. Cracker Jack box is an understatement. No, they got it from the corn pop box. Mixed in with the Rice Krispie treats.
Our director just said that they find him on Craigslist.
I almost said they find them somewhere else, but you know, considering the fact it's a family show, I can't really say where. Just saying.
Oh my god.
I know if you add break where he find them from. I'm just saying. I mean, I got. Oh boy, yeah.
Well, you know, the fun part is now when they sing play that song, "We Don't Need No Education" at the arena, we'll to be a ref.
Yeah. And our friend, our huge fan from Elmira, Laura Seymour, they were ugly to you guys. And she says hello.
Steve Owen says from the Triscuit box.
Oh, yeah. I mean, nobody likes him, right, Steve?
I was using my earbuds holder as a mouse for a second.
Way to go, Rob. Rob on the show. Thank you for showing up to the show late, Rob. Just like the reffing this weekend.
He was distracted.
We can call Xaverian Jay. So that's. Thank you for letting us, because I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Jay. And for Laura, you're welcome. We're glad that you love the shirt. We will get that signed and back to you as soon as possible too. And but yeah, Kelly wore hers on Sunday. She fell in love with it when she put that shirt on. If you guys haven't, go over to our store at MainStreetProducts.com. That's where you get your Main Street Products shirts. That's what they're talking about. And they're really comfy. Lorraine, Kelly, Laura, Jamie, they all attest to that. They really love their shirts. So
yeah, because you know when you go there, it helps us keep the show going.
yes.
You know, with the times, it's not easy really all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And hopefully, if we get enough, we can get better refs.
Yeah.
You're asking a lot. You're asking a lot, aren't you?
I mean, someone has to do it, right?
I mean, somebody paid them off on Sunday. I'll tell that for sure. Somebody paid them off on Sunday. I don't even understand who came up with the cash. Who came with? I forgot. Similar check came out on the Wednesday prior too. So somebody paid them $1,400 a wop out their money, out their big, but.
And we just lost Mike.
Oh no! So somebody came up with a total of $5,600.
Yeah.
How did you came up with 5,600?
Let's put it like this: stimulus checks came out. Stimulus checks came out Wednesday. So for the rest of Sunday's game, there's 4 of them. There's 2 referees, 2 linesmen. 2,800 for the refs, 2,800 for the linesmen.
I never.
5,600 total. each check worth 1,400. Somebody got paid off.
Yeah.
No, they just paid me with a bottle of tequila.
It worked out in both of them.
You got gypped.
Hey, I was happy. I was happy the whole game.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed Carolina was dancing all the way through. I mean, seriously.
And if this does not answer your question, Jamie, about our weekend, I don't know what to tell you.
Does that explain you felt the pain when you fell?
Yes.
Yeah.
This weekend's game is like.
That's why you didn't give us a penalty for running into you.
We were we have to give Carolina credit. They ran over us.
Hey, they played good. Our guys, you know, the first night their passing and all that was not good. They were missing passes. I'm not gonna blame the whole thing on the refs. Our guys didn't play good, but the majority of it was definitely the refs.
Yeah.
Especially for Sunday's game. You know, because that game was nothing after the first.
Right.
And then second period, it just went to crap.
Yeah, Yeah, I would say Friday and Saturday was all Carolina, mostly Carolina, and Sunday was the referees.
You,
But,
Honestly speaking.
you could tell
I
that,
mean, I can't rank them.
you could tell that everything just went to hell in the third period. And you get fighting between your own team, though.
was it you?
You could definitely have to, like,
Yeah, right.
I think I leave that on frustration of how things were going over the
Yeah.
weekend. You know, you're gonna have disputes between your own team. You just he lost both of them.
of course we did.
But yeah, it just I don't know. You want me to put it on my phone?
Maybe.
Here.
You know what?
Got him back. We got him back. Go home. But anyways, the frustration though that between the benches, it's just like it just gets everything going.
It was just Steve Leonard and Dalton Dale just pushing and shoving, and Joe Pace was coming in just to break it up, just correction of people.
Yeah, again, like I said, I think I call that for the frustration of how the whole weekend went. You know, you're going to have disputes even between players when things, you know, some of those passes, you know, were just out. People weren't where they're supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's sad.
so I'm not going to say that, you know, it should have happened, but it's going to happen, you know,
Yeah.
when things are going that bad all weekend.
You wish that it'd stick just to practice.
And then you also have the issue, you know, probably really pushed it hard with the referee on Sunday. You know,
Yeah.
you get bad calls from the ref. Things aren't going good between the players. You know,
And I think a lot of the Carolina fans would agree with us too. I'm not saying that we should have won Sunday's game, but we.
you know,
had-
I'm not either, but we had a better chance Sunday
Yeah.
winning, or even having a better score
Yeah,
than we did on the first two
Right.
nights. The way our guys were playing.
and you get to a certain point where you just like give up after all those bad calls. So, let's just hope that the league does hear us on this one and get better refs, or we're coming for you. Just straight up.
And we're just gonna keep, you know, blasting it, you know, like we do, you know, 'cause
Yeah,
this isn't right. It's.
people are gonna get injured.
I don't. Again, I'm gonna go with. You know, I just love hockey, and I'm glad hockey's back. I want to win, but if we don't win, as long as it's a fair game,
Yeah,
that's all I want. A fair game.
yeah.
You know, we win or lose. If it's a fair game, fine.
Honestly, there was a point where I was like, I was screaming at the refs because there were so many checks to the cross checks to the neck that I was just like, this can't go on.
No.
It's literally people were dropping like flies because they were just getting checked to the throat.
Yep.
Of course, the big culprit for that one is Fred Hine, but again, he's a prowler killer, like we said. So,
But that's when
Okay,
people start
here's the one thing I'm going to about Chris doing hockey games, all right? He sees I thought I was bad doing hockey games, but man,
yeah.
I ain't never seen him like this. I was like, all right, well, you know, at least I get up and say, yep, game's over, that's how I forget about it. Yes, I get mad, I get upset, I get frustrated. Not gonna lie, but to see the reaction from this guy, whew,
Laura,
priceless, baby.
Laura says rest sheets, you know.
Yeah. Definitely saw that this weekend. We definitely saw that this weekend. Laura.
Yeah. Yes.
And honestly, like, that's why I think we had that goalie fight down in Columbus between Elmira and Columbus. for
Yes.
everything.
Again, true.
So,
You know, because they're not intervening when they need to.
Yeah.
Making the calls.
they have the power of authority to end a period or game early. And that's where you need to start. We don't want to see it ended early. There comes a point where you need to, before people start going after each other's throats.
Well,
So,
and when you got the fans screaming the way they were.
Yes.
And it wasn't just our group yelling.
Yeah.
You know, it was the whole arena.
Yeah.
You know.
There were people from Illinois and New York that came, and
Yeah.
even from Carolina that was like, what the hell is going on? So,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that when that
when
one
you
call
guys
didn't
come
get called,
to-
everybody was standing.
yeah.
You know.
That's, um, yes.
Yeah, we know you're coming
Yeah,
back.
it was ugly.
We're
That
coming back. We are. I get. If I read it right, the rest of our games, home games, are against Elmira.
Yeah.
The rest of them. We have 4 more games at home that are listed, and they're all against Elmira.
Yeah,
That'll be
there
an
are
interesting series.
left for everybody.
I'm sorry, Rob?
There's 12 games left for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying our home games. We got 4 left after for us,
Yeah,
and
it'll
then
be
you guys
right-
will be on the road most of the time.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, though, because we do not play Carolina again this season.
Right.
Well, that was
So,
the only 3 games.
yep.
Yeah, we do. We play them if there's a playoff, and I believe there's a playoff.
Yeah.
Scenario.
When
But-
that happens, we'll play them. But
But as of right now, we do not know how that's going to be set up because that's not going to be announced till April 1st. So,
Yep, this season.
And just to give you guys a heads up, yes, the Providence do play in Elmira, April 7th and April 8th at 7:05. But we'll be getting them April 9th and April 10th.
right, as I
Right.
said, but our last 4 home games are against them too, though.
Yeah. So that's
so. I would like to go out to Elmira to see First Arena, but
If you're paying, I'll go.
they're not even letting fans in still, so. That's the bad part about Elmira right now. Is that
Well, you know what? We can run the gates.
charge!
Here comes the blind ref.
I work with the team. Yeah. Yeah, Laura, I'm sorry, but First Arena isn't letting in any fans right now, so I feel bad for you guys that you guys haven't been able to see any games this year in person. So it's like,
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too. It's
and if, hey, at least it's a better situation than what Carolina has right now, where they're road only.
yeah.
So, but you have to give them props though for coming out each night,
Yeah.
and especially putting on a show like they did this weekend.
Yeah, like I said, I do. I say they played a really good game. They, you know,
So,
Oh, excuse me.
yeah.
There you
That's
go.
about some of the referee on Sunday's game right there. They had a feast.
but
Ew.
anyways, before we go to commercial though, remember guys, we're at Great Lakes Gaming today. Come join us here out on 1632 Michigan Road if you live in the Port Huron area, or even if you want to make the trip out here. glgshop.com if you're out of the area and you want to check them out. They have everything from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic to Dungeons and Dragons and Pokemon merchandise. They also have Street Fighter 5 matches, tournaments, as well as Smash tournaments here. They are also about to start selling disc golf merchandise as well. So that's a new thing that's coming hardcore in this area. So, but if you want to support us, MainStreetProwlers.com. Go check out all our previous episodes as well as our store, buy all our merch. And we also have merch from the goalies of the Federal Prospects Hockey League on there too, if that suits your fancy on that one. And soon we will be adding more merchandise based on shows that we will be premiering in the next few months here. So, exciting.
Yeah, and I guess he wants it. I'm gonna be the star of one.
Crazy thoughts, right? We'll see you guys right after these commercial breaks.
See you guys.
All right.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat. Oh, Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. I thought that one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
So, we were talking about more bull crap when, that we thought of.
Yeah, Kelly asked about, us to mention about how both goalies from Carolina were kicking the net off the Morons all weekend. And not once did our goalie kick it off.
No.
Not once.
And it screwed us out of a few different goals.
Yep.
You could
Several that should have went in.
Yeah. And it would have given us at least a better chance of winning on Saturday and Sunday night.
Yeah.
So it's frustration. They got one penalty the whole weekend off that. That's
Really?
Yeah, one penalty. One penalty out of the most of the nets on Morris was mostly Saturday and Sunday. Mostly Saturday.
but still it's should have never happened. And it's sad because it was Paul, and as most of you guys know, used to play for us last season. And he was here for a couple games this season. So he knows how easy it is to kick the net off. So the refs don't take that into consideration. Is that a goalie that used to play for us can easily, intentionally kick it off just to stop play.
Yep.
So, but that's also, if you think way back when, Jocelyn St. Pierre, he kicked the net off a lot when he played for the Prowlers.
Yeah.
So it's like, but he always used to get called for it though too.
Eventually.
Yeah.
They give him, he do it like 2 or 3 times, then they give him his warning.
Yeah.
You do it again, it's a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And usually then he quit. Once they gave him his warning, he usually tried to quit.
But still, it's like, they got no warnings except for the one penalty. I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh. Frustration.
Once again, the referee does the job. Just want to throw it out there.
Sorry. I was starting my second bottle of tequila.
Getting drunk, let's go.
Right.
Well, I gotta have 1 bottle per period.
Is that why you pissed yourself in the third?
That's why I got knocked over by the guy coming out of the penalty box.
No, that one was funny though. Yeah. And I believe that was Parsons that knocked him down.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if it was deliberate, but
it.
I don't want to say it was or not. But it was hilarious because he came out of the box and then you saw the ref go flying.
Yeah. Like what? 2
I
strides.
see. That was hilarious.
To be honest and true with you guys, yes, that was Parsons. Yes.
I got it right.
Yes, he did knock him down. Yes. Was deliberate? I don't know. The verdict still out if it was deliberate or not. To knock the linesman down, he goes flying. But yes, it was hilarious. And well deserved, mind you.
Oh, God. What are your comments more on that?
I couldn't feel nothing. Cause I don't remember what period that was, but that might have been after my 3rd bottle.
Yeah, that was matter of fact, that was the 3rd period when that happened.
So yeah, that was after my 3rd bottle of tequila.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the 3rd bottle. You was feeling too good then. You saw your boy fly over, so
Not letting you feel any pain.
What pain? 2 minutes, well worth it.
So how do we want to start? How do we want to start Friday? Do we call Friday?
You don't call it like that, Jake.
Do we call Friday the craziest that never was?
Frustrations. It's like, I swear, the Prowlers on Friday night just went on a bender and just didn't mentally show up.
I'm going to tell you something about Saturday, what my friend said, because I had a friend at the game. And what she said was, basically, the Prowlers played against the SPHL team.
Yeah.
Or a much better team. So, I mean, honestly, that is true. and she said how Carolina set up the plays and stuff was kind of like a well-oiled machine. And you saw how the plays were set up Saturday night, how a couple of goals were scored Saturday, and how it looked so like it was smooth and swift, and basically it was, I almost dare say, a ballerina on ice.
Yeah. Definitely could see the chemistry on that one. So, well, that's where we need to start learning, start taking stuff away from the other team. Because I made the comment, I believe it was Friday or Saturday night to you, Mike, where this is literally back in like the 1976, 1980s Olympics. It was the U.S. college team versus the much more experienced Russian team.
Yeah.
For the Olympics.
Yeah.
So, and it's just like,
You also like those type of teams lived, eat, and played hockey.
Yes.
That's it. That's what they were trained for. That's all they did.
yes.
So that's why when the Russian Five came to Detroit, that whole line was such a well-oiled group.
Exactly.
Because that's what they learned. That's what they were taught to do. A lot of countries that if you're going to be in the Olympics, that's what you start as a kid learning to do, and that's your whole life.
And that's why you see a lot of Russians now in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So, but either way, it's like that was one of the greatest
Moments
of all time. It was like that.
Put a team together that could beat the Russians.
Yeah. But for us to get to that point, we need to learn. We need to take away each moment in each game.
Yes.
This is a great turning point, especially for Joe being on the bench Sunday. As a head coach, he needs to take film from this weekend series, show them what they did wrong and what they can take away from the Carolina team, who basically stomped them almost all weekend.
Yeah. And again, we know we can beat Carolina. We
Yes.
know we can.
We can.
We just...
And like a lot of people were saying, this is not the normal Prowlers that they're used to seeing.
It wasn't the Prowlers we seen last weekend.
Right.
Or the weekend before. This weekend, it's not the same. It just seemed like a whole totally different team.
Right. And that's where we need to also hound consistency. We need to go into each weekend like we're up against the 1976 Russian Olympic team. So we need, each team's going to be different, and that's where we need to, because we knew we were going into a whole new ballpark coming from Elmira to Carolina.
Yes.
Who Carolina had just gotten off an overtime win against Elmira on Wednesday. I believe it was a win. But either way, they had just played overtime, took Elmira to overtime on Wednesday, and came straight for Huron.
Yeah.
So, so they were, it wasn't the way that I predicted. They were definitely more prepared than I thought. And they definitely showed that winning Friday's game 8-2.
Yeah.
So,
Wednesday they lost 4-2.
either way, they were more prepared for Friday's night game than we were.
Yep.
And they showed it. And it's frustrating. Either way, it's frustrating. Because like a lot of people were saying, we still have the talent on our team. We just need to tap into it. We need to make more chemistry.
Yeah, we just gotta have everybody clicking.
Yes. And we didn't see the normal McNeiter. What?
Stop being one-trick pony.
Yeah. Yeah. And
What shocked me, the one that shocked me was Sunday with Federally getting the phone.
oh god, we're gonna talk about that one later. But what needs to happen is we can't play into the trap consistently. We need to break up. We need to spread out. We need to play out.
Dump the puck more too.
Yes, we need to play the five-star game. 2 in the corner, in each corner, one in the middle, two outside the blue line.
Yep.
And that's how you beat a team that's of a higher caliber. You confuse the hell out of them.
Yeah.
You pass the puck better. You pass tape to tape better. You don't just dump expecting the person to be there without knowing where they are. You can dump and you can confuse them, but unless you know where your teammates are, it won't be a good enough game in the long run. So, it's one of those things that needs to be consistent. They need to be aware of their surroundings more. So, and I don't know, it's like, I just hope when they go in, I know we haven't been able to practice as much as we do in a normal year, but it's just like,
Yeah.
Joe needs to get us into the brains where we need to have them working this stuff out before we go on ice. So, and I know you had your comments about that one, Mike, so go ahead, you're let loose.
Okay. What I don't understand is that how do you play so well against Elmira for 3 games? Now, granted, mind you, Elmira did win that first meeting here. You play so well against Elmira, and then turn around and flop the bed against Carolina. Now, granted, they're both the same kind of team.
Right.
They're both the same kind of team. So I'm trying to figure out how do you do that? How can you know? I guess an explanation I'm trying to figure out because, granted, the same broken record guy from Elmira played the same as Carolina. The only difference is that Carolina is more tactical passing, but still plays the same type of play style.
Right.
How do you fall to 3 straight? Okay, 2 to 3 games. I can't blame the third game on. I cannot. Well, I can barely blame the second game on too. Second game debacle was second game debacle fell on deaf ears to a bad goaltending, I would call it. Saturday night's game, Friday night's game was debacle. Saturday night's game was bad goaltending early, but it stopped. And Sunday's game was referee. If I want to classify this whole what's the title of this show, a nightmare with Carolina? Well, the true nightmare was Friday. The true nightmare was Friday night. Because they came in like stormtroopers and killed the Alliance. Killed the Rebel Alliance. Yes, I use Star Wars. Right?
And left no evidence, too. They left no evidence of anything good at that point.
No. There was. It's like the Death Star came in and just said that the heck with the Jedi Rebel Force. we're gonna destroy them, and we're gonna rule space. And I'm sorry, I do better with the Star Trek metaphors. Let's do it like this: the Klingons took over Earth Friday.
Right.
And the Romulans took over Saturday and Sunday. Just want to put it out there.
And it's sad that Star Wars references work so well for this weekend too. Either way, the Death Star blew up. We're not going to have this weekend happen.
The good news about both references is that they made multiple movies where the good guys win.
That was The New Hope.
And the Undiscovered Country.
But craziness either way. It's craziness.
Yes.
I'm here, I'm multitasking.
The distractor multitasking? What?
Dude, y'all always multitasking. I don't even know what the deal is.
Hey, see, we got 17 viewers right now.
Hi all, comment where you're from. So, and Ron Sherbert, thank you for following too. We did get a few people that are new, just like Jay, if you're still on. Ron Sherbert. So I hope you guys like our stream. I hope that comment if we're funny to you guys or not. So, and
And come join the referee for a drink.
he's here almost every weekend, dude.
He's getting toasted right now. I just need to say. Well, you're toasty right now, whichever the case may be.
Laura O'Connor Leonard. That last name is familiar. Leonard.
What one?
Leonard.
That name sounds familiar.
Laura, if you are the mother of the two that we think, please comment. So, we always like you.
I mean,
Yeah,
Or is she just family?
maybe. Yeah. If you are a family,
if you are who we think you are, I got some proud moments to say to your boys.
yeah,
Your family members. I
Your
got some
boys.
real proud moments. Whatever transpired on Sunday, I still got some proud moments to say to your family members. 'Cause they played their hearts out.
Yes, they played really good.
That was the whole weekend. Both of the brothers were the bright spot of the whole entire weekend for all three games.
talk about injecting some inspiration, right?
I mean, no matter what, and I admit, yes, they are. Yes, it's hot-headed, it's ticked off, and I will admit, but it's hockey. It happens all the time. But that's motivation right there. They
Right.
said, "The hell with this. We gonna take over, and we tired of this mess." So.
Right. To move on though, before we go to break, I was supposed to change out the banners today for a much softer and sadder tone than what we're used to. Last weekend we lost a huge friend and family member of the Port Huron hockey teams. Danon, you knew her best. Do you want to take it from here?
A very good friend, Linda. I don't know how to pronounce her last name that well. But she was a great fan. She's been actually, they said, going to the game since the original flags.
So 40, 50 years.
So she sat same seat pretty much every game. A good friend of mine, got to know her real well when I was the 50-50 and Checker Puck rep.
She was a very sweet lady, too.
Very sweet lady. We definitely will miss her. And condolences to the
I
family.
with her all the time.
And I really can't go any further. I'm gonna miss her.
But if you know her, please comment and wish her well wishes and her family as well in this time of need. Remember, we are at Great Lakes Gaming today. Come join us and see all of our previous episodes on StreetParlors.com. Get our merchandise. Support the stream if you like it. And we hope that we make a future fan out of you because we love talking to our fans. We love talking to people, having those debates, whether you have the same views or conflicting ones. Because no matter what, we want you to come back to the sport of hockey. We want you to support the team that you want to win. Because all these teams need you right now. They need the consistency with what's going on in the world right now. So we'll see you guys right after these commercials.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. Hey. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. And hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform.
And we're back, and we lost one of our people.
Yeah, the referee had to go home and get another bottle.
So my question is, you talked to him right before he left, right?
Yeah, I tried to stop him and get him a cab, but he would not take a cab. He wanted to drive himself.
So if we find a car in the ditch somewhere, right?
Whoa, it's Danon.
Whoa! Now it's Justin Danon's body.
I don't think so. Because that's not a what she said moment.
Wow. I'm done. I'm done. Anyways.
You alright, Mike?
That wasn't me.
That was me.
Oh.
He got all choked up over there. That's all that was.
So anyways.
Is Mike reading the stats tonight?
Yeah, I can read them.
Alright.
I can read them.
Let's start with Friday night.
Let's start with the fun Friday Night Massacre. Now, that's exactly what we're calling it today. Ladies and gentlemen, Long Horror with the 8-2 shellacking the Prowlers got by the Carolina Thunderbirds, and they call them Thunderbirds for a reason because somehow they cracked the whip when Thunder came out. Let's start with this. Let's start with the shot total. Shot total is as follows. First period, Port Huron gets 11 shots to Carolina's 8. The second period, Carolina comes back storm with a whopping 21 shots to Port Huron's 15. The third period, Port Huron gets 13 to Carolina's 11, with a grand total of Carolina winning the shot war, 40-39. The 3 stars for the evening was, first star goes to AKA Prowler Killer, Fred High with 3 goals, 2 assists. Second star goes to Peter Palakek, P-A-N-A-T-C-E-K. It's Russian. I think it's Czech though. With 2 goals, 1 assist.
Penachek.
Yeah. And third star is Yuri
Pestuka.
with 1 goal and an assist. Now, these goal totals are be shellacking. Let's go for the first 2 goals by Carolina. First off, Carolina starts off at 233. Even strength. Fred High from Jan Salak and Peter Palachek. Then at 13:05, a power play goal. Rosen Jaswa from Josh Koplinger and Tommy Siskos.
Okay, with that first name, I want to ask him to pass the Grey Poupon.
I'm telling you, these names are like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Second period, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 goals scored. 3 by Carolina early. First off, start with 628, even strength. Yuri Petura from
Pestuka.
Tommy Cardo and Dominique Beck. Then we got 743, Peter from Fred Hine and Jay Kenny. Now, Jay Kenny, if y'all remember, was a staple here at Port Huron for a little bit.
We miss him.
Season, wasn't it?
I think it was second.
Oh, second.
Jay Kenny was here in the first and second years.
Then we've got Carolina scoring again at 10-19, Peter from Slack and Fred Hine. Then the Prowlers finally get on the board at 15-52, even strength. Justin Portillo from Mike Moran.
And I have to say that was a beautiful goal as well.
That was a good goal.
It was much needed, mind you. Third period, there were 4 goals. First, we start off with a power play goal at 5:23 from Carolina. Tommy Siskos from Josh Koplinger and Rosen Joshua. be a powerful four, which is a popular 4-digit number I see. From Fred High, assist goes to John Butita and Victor, and you're going to excuse me if I butcher this one, Grebenikoff.
That's the best way I can say it.
Alright. Then we got the Prowlers scoring again at 12:32, even strength. Thomas Muccinello from Dalton Young and Steve Leonard. Then we've got the 13:43 even strength goal by Fred High. Assist goes to John Butita and Jay King. The penalties are a whopping massive in what you expect an 8-2 game to be. Alright? First off, we've got a penalty by Carolina at 8:58, John Butita for tripping. Then we got the old penalty master Joe Pace Jr. for slashing at 12:14. Then we got Fred High, first period, 17:39 for unsportsmanlike conduct. I wonder what he did. We all know the answer to that one.
Was it the one where they threw the player through the ice?
Listen, it's Fred High. We'll leave it at that. All right, we'll leave it at that.
That's Chris's buddy.
It showed on Sunday too how much money, how much it was his buddy. But anyways, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 penalties in the second period. Let's go with Stanislav Bakor for Carolina for hooking. Then we got 16:39 Henry Berger for elbowing. Then we got 19:27 again Mr. Stan for slashing, and we've got Peter at the 20-minute mark for slashing, which was argued up and down if I remember correctly.
Yeah. They just could not believe that boy.
By your boy, mind you, Fred High. Then in the third period, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalties. Start off third, we have a penalty for the Prowlers, Matt Graham, for holding at 3:44. Then we got 4:51. The Prowlers get a penalty for slashing committed by Alex Johnson. Then we got 6:02, Fred Hine again for tripping. Then we've got 17:27. And 17:27, Matt Graham and Josh Kopelinger, both for the lead game. And then we got the 19:48, Jake Kenny penalty for slashing.
And if you guys notice, the majority of the calls actually came against Carolina in that game.
Yep.
Surprising, no, isn't it?
Well, that's what I said. The drunk ref didn't come out till towards the part of the Saturday game. That's when he came out.
Yeah, Saturday's second period more than anything.
Saturday second period was something else to be seen. So, but final thoughts for game one is simple. Prowler's defense choked in that game wholeheartedly. I can say that Kurt was only allowed 2 of those 8 goals. The rest was bad defense by the Prowlers. 3 bad defense by the Prowlers.
Mm-hmm.
So, although Kurt let in 8 goals, I still give him part first start because he did try to keep the Prowlers in the game, but it's still a goaltending.
If it wasn't for him, it'd be like 40-0.
Let's not talk about how bad he would have gotten.
Right.
Friday night was sold out, 375.
It also falls on like we always say, the goalie can only stop so many.
Right.
Yes, that is true.
You can only do what you can do. You gotta have your team behind you. It takes the whole team.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Any more comments from game one?
Game time started at 7:35, ended at 10:01 a.m.
Don't you just love it when they fix the stuff and put the wrong time in? Actually, the game ended about 10:15 p.m. Friday night.
There you go, Rob.
It looked like a second.
All right. I got time to watch the game too.
We got the time. Let's go.
I
All
got
right,
the
let's go.
line.
Game two was a Saturday night affair. Carolina wins 5-1. Shots on goal as follows. Carolina's first period, whopping 19 over Port Huron's only 4. The second period shots are Port Huron 14, Carolina 11. The third period shots are Carolina 14, Port Huron 11, with the shot totals being Carolina 44, Port Huron 29. The 3 stars are from Carolina again. First star is your boy, Fred Hines, with 1 goal, 1 assist. Second star is Chris Paulin, the traitor. No, I'm sorry. No, I shouldn't talk bad about the guy. I should more like the guy who knocked off the net. The guy who knocked off the net with 1 goal against it, 9 and a 96% save percentage.
Lame.
That boy.
Sorry, I had to say it because he knows how there should have been 4 goals scored in that game, and he knocked it off purposely.
Yeah. Third star is Jan Schalak with 1 goal. Scoring summary is as follows. We have 5 goals in the first and 1 goal in the third only. The 5 goals scored by Carolina. First goal, 317, even strength. Peter Palicek with assist by Henry Berger and David Bronick. And please excuse me if I butcher names. I'm sorry, I don't do pronunciations of Russian Czechs. Basically anybody foreign, I try not to, and I apologize in advance. If you're Canadian, trust me, I do butcher their names too, especially American. So I apologize in advance. But if you know who you are, you know you scored a goal. Just want to put it out there. Alright, second goal by Carolina at 4:02. Zach White, and if I butchered that one, man, something wrong with me. Totally butchered it, dude.
Assist by Tommy Cisco and Josh Koplinger. Then another goal at 7-6. Huh?
Calm Butch.
Nah, we ain't doing this. I ain't killing them that bad. No, I ain't doing it that bad. Third goal by Carolina at 7-16. Tommy Cardinal. Assist by John Butita and Yuri Peculiar.
Pastuca.
I'm sorry. Fourth goal was a power play goal by Carolina. Fred Hine from Peter and David. Fifth goal by Carolina was a 13-23 even strength. Jan Schalak by Fred Hine and Peter Palicek. And the Parlors' lone goal was 48 seconds of the third period. Yanni, and I'm going to butcher this again, Chris, you said this to me a number of times. Yurikos.
Yurikos,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
I still can't.
You know what, Rob? Stop breaking.
From Matt Graham and Alex Johnson. The penalties are as follows. First period, there were 4 penalties. First off, both at 9:33. Steve Leonard gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty and a cross-checking penalty, both minors. Then we got a penalty at 16:52. Matt Graham for a head contact.
And it was originally written down as a cross-check.
I didn't know. That's what I was thinking myself.
Yeah.
It was more of a cross-checking than a head check.
It was announced and written down originally on the score sheet as a cross-check, so it's like, and he didn't even touch the head, so let's see where that is.
Well, if that's the one I'm thinking of, it wasn't even a cross check.
Right, but it was originally announced as
He hit the guy. It was a check to the board, but it wasn't.
At worst, it would have been aborted.
Right, but it didn't even look like a board in the way he hit
Right.
it.
And that's why Matt Graham went down swinging on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding. No doubt for that one. Then we got the penalty by Carolina, 17-12, Roslyn Josh
Jamal.
Wall for hooking. He took somebody on the street corner. Then we've got only two penalties in the second, which surprises me. First, we've got Dominic Fett for cross-checking, and we've got Chris Paulin at 1908 for delaying a game. The Fett penalty happened at 5:14. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 penalties in the third period.
Third period was pretty fun.
Third period was a load of fun. Let's start off with the Carolina penalty at 11:55. Tommy Cardinal for cross-checking. Then we've got a couple of penalties, 3 penalties at 13:58. Excuse me. We have Yuri Fekula for a closing hand on puck. Then we have Tommy Cardinal and Steve Ritter both for fighting.
Now the
then
closing
we
hand,
have-
that closing hand
Go
on
ahead.
the puck, myself, I counted 5 different times that same player did that during the game.
Yeah.
Every time he went down to the ice, he'd put his hand on it and push the puck under his skate so he could get it.
I thought he did that. I thought I was just looking at the TV wrong or something.
So for those that understand the closing hand on puck penalty, it's actually known as delay a game penalty. It's just bringing a closing hand on puck. Just to give y'all a heads up. It's a delay a game penalty, aka a 2-minute minor. Just to give y'all a heads up. Alright. Let's move on. We have an 1851 penalty of Joseph Devani for cross-checking. Then we have 4 penalties at 1858. We have Fred Hine and David Nippert for unsportsmanlike conduct, and again, Jan Salak and Justin Patillo also for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Which almost caused a major brawl.
Wasn't he taunting for the unsportsmanlike or something?
They were fighting basically.
But let me put it this: it should have been called a fighting penalty because sure enough, Nippert went after him. And Hines a talker, but he don't do that.
Right. I know what Rob's talking about. There was a point where one of their players, after they scored, did the same thing our guys been doing and got away with it.
And that was Fred Hine.
Right. You know, he did exactly what our guys had gotten kicked out of the game, for 10 minutes, and he got a 2-minute.
Right.
You know, how did he,
Saturdays, right?
Yeah, but this didn't happen. That goal didn't happen on Saturday. What he did with the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty was there basically was about to be a fight next to the brouhaha with a brouhaha. But
I'm actually surprised we didn't get a line draw on that one.
We're not fighting. We're calling unsportsmanlike conduct. Get you guys out of here.
That was one time where the refs actually broke it up early enough.
Yeah.
Because as you saw, underneath was about to jump the boards,
Yeah.
and they shoved it back.
Yeah.
So,
And attendance for Saturday's game was another sold-out game, 379 attendance. Start time 7:33, end time 10:08 p.m.
That's about right.
and before we...
I keep thinking these games are over. Just saying.
But before we go to break, though, remember Great Lakes Gaming, glgshop.com. Join us here. Also join us on mainstreetprowlers.com. Support us through our Facebook, like, subscribe. Share this episode. Subscribe to us on YouTube and go to our merch store. We got literally everything on there for your needs. Phone cases, journals, clothes, name
Mouse
it.
pads.
Yes, we do. And those are nice. I can tell you that much. But we will see you guys, though, right after these commercial breaks.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat. Oh, Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. I thought that one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
And we're back from a very interesting break time. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I can't go home in Florida.
Stop bragging, Rob. Stop bragging.
We're back with what the doctor ordered.
But anyways,
I'll be on Wednesday night.
so we will be back at Rob's place starting next week. So bear with us until then. If you want to shoot somebody, shoot the blind ref. So.
Hashtag, the email address to the blind ref is the blind ref FPHL, not affiliated, at gmail.com/1012346. I'm not repeating it. I just read it once. I'm not repeating it. To look at it again, yes, or you want to show when it finishes. That's what's
Right.
on here.
But anyways.
I was gonna say, please don't hurt the blind ref. He sees nothing, does nothing. He can't help himself.
Just gets knocked over by chance, right?
Yeah.
He sits up with us in the section 3 the entire game. Say hi to him.
No, he does not. He doesn't always show up to the games.
It's because he can't find his way to the games all the time, so.
The
To be
blind
honest.
ref appears out of nowhere, walks around, walks through, and leaves for anything before it ends. So, you don't know when the blind ref's going to show up. He's like Santa Claus. Don't be sleeping, don't be awake.
And doesn't that make him the anti-Claus?
I always call him like dementia. He's there when you listen. No one heard me.
But
We're hurt, Johnny.
anyways, let's get into this. So this wretched of a game.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 of the most gracious nightmare of them all, aka the referee of ridiculousness.
And this is why we call this a nightmare episode.
Right. The referee of ridiculousness is the 6-0 shutout by the Carolina Thunderbirds. The shot total is at 12 for Carolina first period, Carolina 19 for Carolina 11 second period. Third period, Carolina 13 for Carolina 5, with a total of Carolina 44 for Carolina 25.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Your 3 stars. Well, first of all, let's start with the 4 stars of the game are the referees. And let's call them out by name. Well, 2 linesmen, Nick, and I'm going to butcher these guys. I'm just one of these guys to show. Nick Scarupa, and I know I butchered it. He's number 74. He's the linesman. Then we got Tobin Hernandez, number 29, the second linesman.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got
Evan.
Evan.
You can see where
number
you can see the
42.
screen, so you'll
Just
know
same
if
as
it's
your
not
porn.
down.
I want the car. That's how it's started.
There's their picture.
Steve Gowdy. Gowdy, who's pretty much on point, kind of went off point, which shocked me.
Yeah.
But that's the 4. That is our personal 4 stars of the game on Sunday. However, since we got to reach 3 stars, the original 3 stars of the game, first star goes to. First star goes to Jan Salak with 3 goals and assists. Second star goes to Peter Panakek with 1 goal, 3 assists. And the third star goes to Nicholas Madika with the shutout.
I mean, if he truly did get the shutout, he deserves the first star. So.
I mean, truly, honestly, he didn't bicker back and forth with the referee. And I think he moved the net off once that stopped the goal, but, hey, whatever.
Right.
It is what it is. Let's go with the 6 goals. 4 in the second, 2 in the third. first one was an even strip followed by Carolina. Mind you, what I'm reading out, they're all by Carolina. Alright? So, second period, 334. Tommy Siskos from Dominic Fick and excuse me. Stanislav Bakor. Then we have a power play goal at 5:42. Jan Salak from Peter Panek and David Branik. Then we have another goal at 8:01 even strip. Jan Salak from Peter Panek and Jay Kenny. Matter of fact, we're running back again at 1948, except we'll have Peter at first, then Jan, then Jay. Then we have 2 goals in the third period, and you have to see them guys. We got three goals, 2 goals in the third period. At 6:32, again, Jan Salak from Peter and David. Then we have 6:48, Zach White from Tommy Tisco and David Brennan. The penalties are as follows. And this is going to be a major go at it because we've got a ton to go over. Let's start with the first period. First period is as follows. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 penalties in the first period. First of all, we first penalty, World 46, Ryan Parsons for the game. Then we have Bash and Steve at 12:31. All of Josh Henry, John Berger, and Henry Berger, all 5 members for fighting. That's why I call Sean Stevens the Bash Brothers. They Bash Brothers. They Bash Brothers. Then we have a 16:28 Thomas Muccinello for slashing. Then we have a 18:42 Dominic Fick for holding. And yes, that was a holding call. Then we have the whopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 penalties for the second period. Second period was the ugliest period.
Yeah, let's start with the Bash.
Let's start with Steve Leonard and Dominic Fick at 54 seconds. Leonard got the roughing, Fick got the slashing. Then we've got a 5:03 Matt Grant for cross-checking. Then we have an 8:10 Ryan Parsons for interference, which was a cheap call, by the way, because how you gonna call an interference call by Parsons and not call an interference call on Carolina, but 2 minutes beforehand? Just want to throw that out there. Then we go 9 minutes, Thomas Muccinello for boarding, which Lord knows where that came from. Then we have at 10:09 Peter Panek for tripping, which actually was a trip. Then we have with Dawson J 11:32 for high sticking, where. Then we have 12:48 for Yuri Futura for high sticking, okay. Then we have 18:44 Zach White, Austin Fairley throwing down the gloves and fighting.
Right in front of the Prowler's bench shoe.
Short guy Fairley held his own, and I love it. The fight was Martin. He could have went 15 rounds all the way through. That's exactly what transpired would happen. 15-round fight, bada bing, bada boom, down. Then we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties at the 1959 mark.
This is when all hell broke loose.
All hell really broke loose. We have Matt Graham for slashing, Dominic Fick for slashing, Dominic Fick for roughing, Johnny for fighting, Vic for fighting. All that 1959. So a second to go in the second period, and that's when all hell broke loose. And this is when we also thought third period was going to be hell breaking loose and the line brawl happened. Alas, that wasn't the case.
I mean, with how that second period ended.
Yeah. But third period only had a measly 5 penalties. Measly 5 penalties. First penny goes.
I'm gonna cut him off for 1 second.
1 second, Mike.
I'm reading a comment from Craig
Melons.
Mounts. I'm gonna say no. We're not even close to the Rumble Bees. I will.
We beat Elmira with a lot of fashion.
Yeah.
And we should have beat Carolina.
At least one of the games. You know, because like I said, I know our guys didn't play good Friday night, but Saturday night they were showing a lot of improvement. And the Friday night's game they showed improvement. But you know, you can't start like that. You can't play lousy in the first part and come back.
So.
But I'm not gonna say we're the new Rumble Bees. No, we're not even close to Rumble Bees.
Nope. And
let's back this up. I got a comment for that. First of all, who called us the Rumble Bees? Because first of all, we've been more established than anything else in this league. Secondly, we won a title, so you can't call us the Rumble Bees. Thirdly, yes, we got a late start. Yes, we have the same group of guys, but we're always late bloomers. That's the one thing the Pros always have been, late bloomers. So that is not fair to call us the Rumble Bees. Mind you, we beat Elmira twice. We beat the River Dragons twice. Right? No, once. We beat the River Dragons once, beat Elmira twice. So it becomes tough with the River Dragons on the road. So you can't, it's unfair for you to call us the Rumble Bees. It's very unfair. Now, granted, mind you, this is not a whole season. The Rumble Bees played a whole season, only won, one game?
yeah.
In Elmira on guaranteed win night for Elmira? Sorry, Laura, I'm not talking about Elmira. I'm just saying, I'm not talking about Elmira bad as a whole. I'm saying the comment on the Pros being called the Rumble Bees, yes, we need work, but we are far from the Rumble Bees.
Every team has a rebuilding year. And this is not, I'm not even saying this is a rebuild year because we're playing against teams that are stacked with ECHL players and SPHL players. They're stacked beyond belief.
And I'm going to say I'm happy with what Joe's done.
Yes.
You know, not stack our team and try and play with what we already had. You know, keep our original team together. Play with what, you know, we know works. You know.
And we've proven ourselves that the team that we had last year can beat teams of higher levels. So, and yes, at this point, Kelly, we do need to drop the gloves because that Rumble Bees comment was just.
I'm trying to figure out how we get called the Rumble Bees. Somebody right with that. Somebody didn't go to the Rumble Bees game probably and missed it. Somebody went to the Rumble Bees game, didn't go to a Prowlers game, and kind of dropped the scenario there. I mean, any true hockey fan knows. Now, granted, you didn't have to. You probably had to watch a Prowlers game and a Rumble Bees game side by side, and it would tell you that the Prowlers are a much better team than the Rumble Bees. Not taking us away from the Rumble Bees, because if they had time to meld and grow, they'd have been elite. They would have been really elite. But unfortunately, they didn't have that time. So, to call the Prowlers new Rumble Bees, man, drop that comment off right you so tough. Throw that out there.
All right, go ahead and get back to your stats. Sorry, I just had to get that out.
All right. I said what I said. I'm good with it. All right, third period, we had 5 penalties. First at 11:54, David Brennick for a delay of game. 14:05, Zach Wright for high sticking. 18:03, Rosen Joshua for hooking somebody on the street corner. Then the final 2 penalties at 19:44, Jan Select and Matt Graham. Select got the high sticking and Graham got the unsportsmanlike conduct.
When in all reality, it should have been roughing.
So that hooking on the street corner must have been Rob being distracted in the corner.
Yes.
And the attendance for Sunday's game was also 375, sold out. Starting times 3:03, ending time 5:45 p.m.
And that one's actually correct. Because it took forever. The second period took forever. Just one
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, but I still got to go home and make my New York strip steak.
Man, you tease me with food again, I'm definitely knocking on your door.
Hey, you're more than welcome to come over when I make some of that stuff, man. You are.
You guys see that? Yeah. There's no chicken.
I can't make this trip back in one day.
But either way,
Well, we're here on the third period at 13-12. And that's it.
The sign book touched on today for the third game. Anything else about this third game?
refs need to get better.
I am just gonna keep my 2 cents to myself.
Do you have 2 cents to keep?
Yes, I did this time.
Yeah, get that in his pocket.
Okay.
Have a show today. Alright, now, since we're done reviewing the games, before we start, I know next segment will be a quick segment about the next games coming up against the Elmira Enforcers, but I want to mention this real quick. The Elmira Columbus series was a beast of a series this past weekend.
We had a goalie fight.
I mean, not only a goalie fight, we had hockey, basically a hockey game.
Yeah.
On Sunday. Had a hockey game on Sunday, and we had a hockey game on Saturday too, and one on Friday.
Yeah, it was a great game. You know.
Yeah. But.
I mean,
I'm surprised the goalies were suspended.
no, see, what transpired was, now, granted, whatever happened earlier, before that goalie fight transpired, the two guys that got suspended, which I'm going to pull them up real quick, the two guys that got, was Mark Essery from Elmira and Jake Schultz from Columbus. The two guys that got suspended for Saturday's game. And yes, Laura, I believe you. I love watching goalie fights too.
Yep, same here.
But it was mentioned that the goalie was supposed to get suspended. I said no, because what could have transpired was, truth be told, the fight broke out. A fight probably broke out before the goalie fight broke out. And after further review of the video, the fight broke out before the goalie fight broke out. So that's what caused the suspension of Essery and Schultz.
But
If you notice,
I do want to say though, the league rules do state that once a goalie drops the gloves, it's immediate suspension for them. But then again, let's remind you that what league this is, where they do not take action on their own rules. So
if you want
this is the problem.
yeah.
Mike, after they were done fighting, they're shaking hands and everything. The two goalies.
Well, with all the penalties that we had this weekend, I'm actually, honestly, shocked we didn't have any suspensions on either team.
Right.
I really am. With that many penalties, usually the league would step in and say, "Hey, we need to do something." And again, they did not do their job.
They failed yet again.
Well, the verdict's still out for that one, and it's only Monday. We probably believe the start release on Wednesday. Just throw that out there. But
if it was a normal league, they would have already announced it.
They would have already taken action normally.
Especially with how quick they were to suspend the two players from the literally within 6 hours. So let's just be honest. They need to get their crap together. So.
But I want to say a great showing by both Elmira and Columbus for the weekend. Also, I can't leave those guys out of either because it was a great showing by both teams.
Yeah,
exactly.
Especially Sunday afternoon. I know, Laura, I apologize in advance. I know you're a little hurt by it, but the River Dragons came back and won. But it was still a great showing by both teams.
All right. Remember, before we go to our last commercial break, glgshop.com for all your gaming needs. 1632 Michigan Road out here in Port Huron is where we're at, Great Lakes Gaming. MainStreetProwlers.com for all our merchandise and our episodes. And we'll see you right after these last commercial break.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat all elite wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
we're back. So exciting to not report on any more faulty reffing for this episode. And I do say this episode. So.
AKA the Nightmare Carolina is finally over. We have reviewed it. We have dissected it, and we brought it back up and put it down for rest, evenly like the Undertaker. Just want to
Exactly. Anyways.
So let's jumpstart this. We have 2 games this weekend. Game number 1. Elmira Enforcers come to town to McMorran Arena. We have the nice Palace of Auburn Hill seats. Game time starts at 7:30 on a Friday night. So it's the date night for you and your spouse, your girlfriend, your significant other, whoever you want to bring. You want to bring the kids too, knock yourself out there as well. So much surprise hockey. But we need predictions, gentlemen. Who's going?
So let's start with that corner over there. Justin.
Hey, look, I see Justin and Jacob.
Yep.
First game?
Yep.
I'm going close one. 4-3 us.
Oh. How about you, Damon?
I agree with his score. I do. It's going to be close. But I'm also going to call for a fight. I think Foose is actually going to get a fight this time.
Are we going to get a goalie fight?
Goalie.
I don't want to call a goalie fight for Friday night. I don't.
Still perfect on fights, just so that you know.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You lost Friday, so you are not perfect anymore.
No, you're not. You lost Friday. You lost Friday. There was no fight on Friday.
I'm Brian.
So, with that comment, how about you, Rob? What are you predicting?
For Friday?
Yep.
I say Friday's game, which I will be there. I say it's going to be 4-2 us.
Mike?
I'm predicting a fight in the second period, especially if Foose is playing, but I'm predicting a 5-4 overtime victory for Friday night.
So, what's your consensus, Jake?
6-2 us and a fight.
Oh, he's going for the big brouhaha. So, I guess that leaves me, right?
Like, as well.
No, you don't count.
Hey, you don't count, Chris.
What? So, I'm just going to blow into smithereens?
Yeah.
But I'm going to go no fights. Because we don't want another repeat of Sunday. So, a 5-4 overtime. That's my prediction. So,
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa. You're rolling with me. I'm
Yep.
amazed. You're rolling with me. All right.
So, Saturday night.
All right, game 2. Saturday night, 7:30 start against the Elmira Enforcers and the fabulous home of the McMorran Arena in Port Huron. Gentlemen, we need predictions. Let's roll with it.
Justin, Saturday night.
5-3 us.
Ooh.
And I'm predicting a fight.
No fight?
Fight.
Oh, fight? Okay.
If Foose needs to get thrown out in the first game.
Okay. I will actually call for the bad word. Overtime. And even the bigger bad word. Shootout. Win. Us 5-4.
Of course, you going for the big bad word.
No fight.
So, Rob.
What?
Score for Saturday night.
What you got for Saturday? What you got for Saturday?
The shootout is going to stay in overtime. We win 5-4 overtime. Us with a fight.
All these overtime predictions. So,
Alright. Y'all gonna hate me. And I hate to say this, but consider I'm predicting Passingham to be in net for Saturday's game. So Kelly will start Friday, and Passingham will be there Saturday. So if Passingham in net, the Pirates are going to lose 5-3.
let's jump right now.
Honestly. I know. It's an unpopular opinion, I know. But
So break this unpopular trend, Jake. What are you predicting?
4-1 us in a fight.
Ooh, he's a high roller with Passingham. I'm going for a empty net 2-1 win.
You know, I'm gonna say, also Jacob could be right. Because if we get Passingham's number,
Right.
we have actually got a lot past him.
I mean,
If we can get his number.
high glove side, that's where his weak side is.
Yes.
You
So,
want to go high glove side.
Okay. All right. So, your turn, Chris, or did you?
the 2-1.
All right. All right. Before we go off the air, I want to.
What about the third game?
There's no games.
There was only 2 this.
Yep, this weekend too.
Okay.
I want my son to put a picture up for me. This is our good friend Linda. Our condolences again to her family. She will be greatly missed. She was a good, very good person and wonderful to the children at the games. And again, I just want to say she will be missed. And thank you for being so joyful and always nice to people. Anybody else?
She will be messed with her loud mouth, too.
Yeah.
Will be missed.
She definitely spoke out against bad calls.
That's why she was an honorary East Upper Raleigh.
Yep.
She knew how-
And she was the 50-50 queen.
She knew how to help me when I was having a
Yeah, she helped my kids dearly at the games. So, but thank you again, and everybody enjoy, and we'll see you
For me, not
next week.
See you guys, and see you next episode.
Thank you.